I've got a bit of a console theme for this video as we have comments regarding both the Nintendo NX and PlayStation Neo. Let's just begin with the NX. Now there have been so many rumours about the NX, it is really hard to keep track of them all. Some of them conflict with each other and some of them are really out there. However, one of the rumours we had was that it would be an all-digital console, but it won't be the case according to the GameStop CEO, who has said that they will still have physical media on the NX. Now, this is from the GameStop CEO Paul Raines, and he said as much during their most recent earnings call, in which he said, quote, "I would say that the fact there are rumours of that type just confirms for you that this is an important console for next year. It will have physical media, we will play a role in it, our pre-owned business will also play a role, so we're excited about that." Now, Mike Mauler from GameStop also touched on the other rumour of the fact that the NX might actually go back to cartridges instead of discs. And apparently this wouldn't be an issue for them or their pre-owned business, as he said, quote, "The only difference will be on the refurbishment and pre-owned side, and actually cartridges are much simpler to refurbish and repackage. There is somewhat of a little bit of an advantage if it went in that direction on used." Let's move on to the PlayStation Neo, however. Now, one of the things we got at E3, as we already have discussed a few times now, is of course the Project Scorpio, the Xbox One Scorpio, that's going to be coming out in holiday 2017. Now, the fact that we did not see the Neo or anything like that at E3, and we probably won't be seeing hide nor hear of it till Gamescom most likely. Of course, it could be before then, but you know, we might actually be seeing a release this year if a report from Digital Foundry is to be believed. And this is despite the fact that it did not appear at E3. You know, when Sony said that it wasn't going to be E3, I pretty much wrote off the Neo as coming out this year. I thought, oh, they can't be releasing it this year if it's not going to be at E3. It's not going to give people enough time. You know, what they did with the PlayStation 4 is, you know, revealed at E3, it came out that Christmas. And if it wasn't following that template, then I think a lot of people said, oh, it's not coming out this year then. But Digital Foundry are citing several sources, and they said, quote, "Several sources have indicated to me that PlayStation Neo launches this year despite its E3 no-show." It would be really interesting if Sony went this way, because obviously, as we saw revealed at E3, the Scorpio isn't coming out until holiday 2017, so if Sony could actually beat them to the punch by a year, that would be pretty significant. Obviously, it does depend on the specs and that sort of thing, because to be quite frank, the specs of the Scorpio are pretty damn impressive. Definitely one of the most powerful console ever made, at least until we know what the Neo is for sure. Would they do this though? I don't know if they would, because, well, the PlayStation VR is out this year, and that's probably going to be, you know, they would kind of eat up each other. You know, most people might want to say, oh, I'd rather get the Neo than the VR or whatever, or the other way around. So I don't see them doing that with the VR releasing in October. That would be too close together, I feel, and not enough time for people to prepare, sort of like, you know, save up their money and that sort of thing by revealing it a few months ahead of time at E3. That's what I would expect. My prediction is it won't be released this year, just based on what I just said. Obviously, I'm simplifying it somewhat. It's a fairly complex situation, but you get the idea. I mean, obviously, I could be wrong. They could be wrong. I could be wrong. We don't know. This is reports. These are just my speculations based on what's happened. We just don't know exactly how it's going to go down, but I'm very curious. It will be a very interesting situation if the Neo were to release this year. Personally, I don't think it will, but it's definitely possible. Let me know your thoughts, guys, on both the topics discussed today, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.